All right. Welcome to the award show, the People's Podcast. What an exciting day. Jalen's retirement. Who got snubbed for MVP, possibly? Who got offensive player, defensive player of the year, all pros? There's always a lot of controversy and discussion that comes along with it. I'm glad to have you on the pod this Wednesday evening, 9:25 Eastern Standard Time. The only one that really matters. Chase, I wasn't late to my own podcast. In fact, I was actually early to my podcast, my own podcast for that matter. Let me bring on to two special guests that are part of the awards committee alongside myself. First and foremost, Gordo's Pookie Bear, as he likes to refer himself to. We got Rico. How you doing, sir? Welcome.
What's up? Doing good.
Appreciate you being here. We got a lot to talk about.
Indeed.
Ep, join the pod, bro. You got the link. You said you were coming. You're now 26 minutes late, but it's okay. Join the pod whenever you get a chance. And then the creator, the mastermind behind the People Award Show. I think he's been running this bad boy for, I don't know, since I can remember. Come on in, Mr. MK. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
It looks like your internet is better than ever before.
Getting there.
It's getting there. You know, you're lagging a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. We won't hold it against you. We
2 to 3 more weeks, man.
There you go. 2 to 3 more weeks, Legacy. You heard it here.
Cozy, I win Cracker of the Year. It's me. I'm Cracker of the Year.
This award is, some would say Morgan Wallen. He threw in chairs off the balcony, so who knows? And he's, classified first class racist. So, that may be part of the nomination award.
Xander
Cody's coming in. Bro's Inner is literally freezing. As he said, it's better, which, got nothing to say. We got, I don't know who this Thomas.
That's
Oh, that's your boys? Is that the boy that got the Commanders? Rico?
Yeah.
Okay, is that the new Commanders? Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
Thomas, if you're free, hit my DMs. I'd love to get you on the pod to do a interview on how you feel about the Commanders taking over. Welcome to Legacy Maine. Appreciate you being here. We got Uno checking in the pod. Appreciate you checking in. We're up to about 11 folks right now. Everybody wants to know who won the awards. Now, before we give anything away, Thomas is very hyped to join the Commanders. Hopefully you're not last place in that division now, because you got Prime twice a year.
Will be.
You got a tough schedule ahead, buddy. I wish you the best. Rico will be here to support you along the way. Rico, you've been assigned his mentor. Make sure he doesn't fuck up. He's your responsibility. I'm sure Toddy would have told you this already. But with that being said, let's get to the real meat and bones of this pod, the awards. Any disclaimers you guys want to give out to the audience before we jump into the which we're going to do a little different.
I was overruled. It's not my fault.
Rico is so I'm apologizing to your little Pookie Bear. Which that means Pat Fireman did not win MVP. But anything else you want to disclose to the group before we do our first award, which we're going to do All Pro first. We're going to do All Pro offense, and then we'll do All Pro defense. So as I load that up, because my computer is terribly slow and old. MK, any words from the head chief of the committee?
Chat mods be ready to mute Gorda in the first 5 minutes, right? So just be ready. That's all I gotta say. Or if Gorda, if you're watching this, wait 5 minutes before you say anything. Let it sink in a little bit. But
Oh, all right, chat mods. You heard it first. If you got the ability to do so, go ahead and mute your boy. It may be a long night because rumor has it there might not be a Lions player nominated at all. I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at
Go
that.
about to jump to the screen.
All right. Yeah. My phone is not lit up yet, but I anticipate it'll light up here soon with some text message or FaceTime. Cody, I agree, dude. Seems legit. You know, it's one of those things, bro. All right. So first thing first, we're gonna dive into it. All pro, all defensive, first team. Oh, actually, I can't do that one because this is the wrong picture. Only because I know a change that was made. Sorry, Jack Campbell. And he's not there, so we're gonna jump to offense while I get the right picture because there's a late switch that was made and I don't have it. All right, so we're gonna do your all pro offense. First team all offense. Let me share my screen real quick here on this. See what you guys all kind of think, and we'll get your initial reactions. All right, so here you go. Oh, it's not sharing yet. At the stage. There it is. All right, so there you go. There's your all pro, your first team, kind of guys. Let me take away my oops. There we go. Boom. All right, let me take away that stuff. All right. So what do we think about this, guys? So we got Wilcox, first team all pro. Congratulations, Cody. You had Damian Camp from the Packers. The only fullback to ever be nominated by anybody
the only one that played the ball
in our history. Matthew Parks. You got the man himself, which, by the way, can someone please record me giving Lamp love right now before he goes fucking crazy tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. saying that I shitted on him. Jermaine Booth is a stud, a dog, and Lamp did a phenomenal job developing him. Someone clip that, send it to Lamp so he can get off my fucking ass. We got Jamo, not surprise there. Parker Boulware from the Jags, Sam Laporta, and Pat Freiermuth, 2 tight ends there. In this nomination, then you got our 5 O-line there. You got Quinn Nelson, Evan Randolph, Andrew Thomas, Mason Monroe, and Stephen LaFleur. So real quick, I'm going to turn over to insane photo. I'm going to turn over to MK and Enrico. Any commentary about these phenomenal picks?
JMO's him. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, this guy.
And Jorge left.
For everyone, when you look at the pictures, don't blame us. Blame P. Bezels.
I did not leave. I'm here in the background. But yeah, we had a new graphic guy, so it wasn't our usual Marnie. So
he will be fired.
Shout out to B. Bills for doing a great job and stepping in last minute and doing his best. MK, any thoughts on it? Was anybody else close? Anybody on the fringe that maybe could have made it, should have made it, could have maybe been on the list, had something gone their way a little better throughout the year?
I think it's not even a snub. It's just no, recognition on this. But rookie tight end that Prime had, he was a straight baller. I mean, the whole year he was 3rd in receiving yards. I mean, He's a baller. It's definitely a year for tight ends, but sadly, you can't have 3 tight ends. You know, we barely were able to get 2 tight ends on the squad. You know, but that's someone that is like an honorable mention. But other than that, I think everybody else was asleep. But
Yeah, so this is one of those unicorn years where, I think we were talking about this earlier in the chat. There was actually 3. I don't know that I know. Anybody that's watching the pod wants to chime in on this. I don't know that I know the last time that's happened. My guy, Water. I love him. Water clipped me giving Lamp props. Already posted it. Already tagged him in it. Water, I know you're out there, dude. You're a real dude. I appreciate you, buddy. But yeah, when's the last time we've had 3 tight ends leading the league in receiving yards? Like 1, 2, and 3. Has that ever happened? Rico, you've been here a little longer than I have. Is that ever occurred?
I don't think so. I mean, most people spam receivers like normal people instead of spamming the tight ends like little weirdos. But it's different. But I don't think it's ever happened. No, I could be wrong.
So they're like little weirdos, not like big weirdos.
I mean, I didn't want to be rude, but yeah, they're kind of weird for that. I think if you're going to spam someone, spam a receiver like a normal person. But that's just me. Jet sweeps with him, make him your kick returner, that kind of thing.
be ashamed if someone's
Chase chiming in and saying, hey, in Madden 22, it surely happened potentially once. Cody's chiming in saying, hey, it was just tight end year. It is what it is. Cody's also chiming in saying, hey, Laporte is actually better than Jamo. What do you feel about that, Rico? He's your boy. He's your dog. He's your dude.
No. I didn't go down 40 points and then come back. Oh, Gordo's texting me. Here we go.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right, so let's jump into. Go ahead.
I mean, Frymouth should have won MVP, but Frymouth the GOAT.
I think honestly the best wide receiver this year was Andrew Booth. He had like 22 touchdowns. He was like 4th in yards, 5th in yards, wide receivers. I mean, he might have been top 3 for wide receivers in yards. And he did really good this year. He won spam on every side of the ball, like running wide receiver sweeps and kick returns and punt returns, He was actually utilized correctly.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's get the first team all defense and see what conversations kind of create from this. Oh, that's not it. Oh, defensive player of the year.
Oh,
congratulations. Don't know where that screen came from because it's not up. No. I don't even have it sharing. Spoiler alert. That was your offensive player of the year.
Muro sucks. He sucks.
Damian Camp, that guy's ass.
Better than Muro. Muro gets 18,000 touches a game.
Is he though?
Sean Muro gets like.
All right, here you go. All right, so what do you think? What do we think about this, Lisa? So you got Nick Bosa from the 49ers. You got Micah Parsons, Jonathan Allen, Dexter Lawrence, Nolan, Jack Fred, Trayvon, Greg, Richard, and you got Ralph Bowers kind of make the list. So what do you guys think about this defensive plan? I know there was, so I'll bring it up. There was a little debate about Trent Simpson from the Colts and Fred Warner from the 49ers. Ultimately, what at least for you guys, I mean, I'm biased. The guy led the league in touchdowns on defense. He was still
Jorge
in the
yelled at
league,
us
and
until we switched it. Basically,
I did not yell at you.
Yeah.
he basically said Lamp was lazy and didn't play his game, so he shouldn't deserve it.
See, this will get clipped, and also Lamp will get
It
tagged in this
will.
later, and then
Clip
I
it.
will get
Clip it.
Lamp bitching at me at fucking 7:00 in the morning tomorrow. He won't see the first one though. He'll just see this one. But no, if most of your games or some portion of your games get simmed, I think that's taken into account because you want these to be user kind of situations. But again, Fred was third in the league at his position in interceptions. He led the league in defensive touchdowns. That's hard to do. And he didn't lead it by a little bit. The guy had 4 touchdowns on defense. No one else had more than 2. So it wasn't like he just, barely got by. It was a big
I do.
Oh, no,
think-
you're absolutely right. Listen, Lurker plays a big role into this. Go ahead, MK.
My fault. I do think a couple guys had 3s, but that was all like safeties, your common user safeties.
Yeah. They
But-
weren't linebackers. I'm talking about within the
Yeah.
linebacker
Yeah.
position group.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I think he was the only one that had 4. I think Trent Simpson had 2. Nolan might have had 2, but I do want to go back to your actually playing your games and getting rewards depending if you played a certain amount of games. Are we about to NBA rule the league now? Like you gotta play so many games, user games, to be able to get any any reward mentioned?
I mean,
I'd
if
be
it's
down
legacy
for that,
based, I think you got to do it. I mean, everybody on the screen play majority of their games.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying I
Find someone
like
that
the
did.
idea because it gives a another factor into picking a guy. You're not picking a guy because his stats were crazy. You actually got to look who had sim stats, which if you're leading in tackles, they're most likely a sim stat for most linebackers. But that's just my opinion.
I agree, and that's kind of was my opinion. Also, my kind of rebuttal to some of these picks at the end of the day. So, what about Nick Bosa, Michael Parsons, Jonathan Allen, Dexter Lawrence? I think those are
That's
pretty
good.
clear cut. I know. I had
Wilkins as
different
the runner up.
Yeah, I know. I nominated different D tackle and it's for the second year in a row that I actually nominate the same D tackle. From the Broncos, I want to say it's their D tackle. The dude's always top 3 in tackles for loss. Just a dog out there. So honorable mention to that guy. But anybody else on the fence of maybe getting in that maybe they work a little harder this year, they may be able to sneak into the All Pro category here. MK Rico.
Well, Trent Simpson, I think he'd be a very, very
An easy.
player. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that is Lance user. If Lance plays every game, I'm pretty sure that he would be a lock. And there was somebody else on the voting slip. Let me pull that up real quick. Wilkins.
Who's a corner?
Caleb Farley.
That's another guy I nominated. It was
Yeah.
Caleb Farley. Yep.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what team he's on. Is he on the Titans? Or did he get traded?
I think he probably got traded. I don't
No,
know.
he's so I think he's on the Titans.
Well, I think he definitely has some good stats this year, but I think the other two had some better stats on the line. Was it Trayvon and
Yeah,
Greg?
for me, I know I look at touchdown scored on defense as kind of a big barometer for me. And he led that kind of receiver group amongst the others in that category. And then I know there's again, you don't know how accurate it is because it's hard to kind of tell. There's a catch allowed on Madden you kind of see for guys, and Farley was up there. He was one of the best in the least amount of catches allowed. So for me, it was like, okay, well, you know what? This is, some a little different. But again, nothing against Rico's guy. I think it was definitely more than deserving. I just like to make us think and make sure we look at everybody.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, chat,
think,
we got Gordo and Cody.
Yeah, this is entertaining.
Marley.
I'm watching this.
kind of going in
Yeah.
the chat on the sidebar here about Laporta versus Firemuth as far as who won MVP, which, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the committee decided to change their mind. I don't know. There was a new preacher posted today, so time will tell if the committee kind of decided to lean
Yeah, let's
Gordo's
do the
way,
right thing and make Josh Allen MVP like they would IRL.
or do we make Josh Allen, who had 50 tutties and 10 rushing touchdowns and 60 total touchdowns, as the guy that represents the league? MK's like, no fucking way. But what I will do
Yeah.
is we'll talk about our offensive player of the year. You guys saw it earlier. It was leaked prior. And that guy is, Mr. Camp over for the Packers under Mr. Aloha's leadership, which he had a great year.
Yeah.
17 games played, almost 300 carries, 37 touchdowns.
Well, I don't know if Uno's still watching this, but he almost got Sean Merrill in as Offensive Player of the Year because I messed up the stats. And I thought he had a lot more touchdowns because his 20-yard plus runs was higher than his touchdowns. So I was like, dude, he has a lot of touchdowns. And just look at it, he's like, wait a minute. Rico's like, what is up with your math? And I looked back and it was 20-yard rushes. So almost screwed that over. But finally, Aloha came in. He's like, I want my player. If he's not it, yeah, y'all out of here. That's what he said. Definitely.
I don't know if that's what he said.
That's not what happened.
Nah, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Bro, I know you're trying to work your way back to getting a team. Internet's out like 2 more weeks. Like you're trying to pre-plan. I get it. Not at all. I think what was being discussed is to make sure we took the entire player, both receiving and rushing, into account.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where Camp kind of stood out. And Camp also won offensive rookie of the year. We don't have a graphic
Of the
for it.
year, yep.
So, but we'll share that with the team since we have them on the screen here. And he was a dual threat, whether it be rushing, whether it be in the receiving game. The guy just piled up, was a threat coming in as a rookie. Again, I think Aloha spent the first overall pick on him. So it's good to see him kind of turn out the way he did. And, the guy balled out. Now, I will say, MK, was Sean close? Merle from the Texans, was he close?
Well, no. So I was just going through running backs, and I had Glenn Humphreys and Sean up there. And I yet to get to Camp, and I had their full stat lines. And then I was going through, and finally, before I even get to Camp, I was looking at wide receivers then because we were looking at Offensive Player of the Year. I was looking at Booth, Andrew Booth, and Laporta for Offensive Player of the Year. And finally, Aloha was like, you should look at Camp. I looked at Camp, and it was like that's when it swayed the whole thing because his touchdowns are ridiculous. And what wins games is touchdowns over yards. You hear that, Una? But, I mean, he had, what,
He's watching. Una's watching.
31. It was, what, 31 or 37 total touchdowns?
37 total touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did a ball a year. You got some commentary. You got some of the commentary folks kind of chiming in. You got Uno, obviously, giving his guy a shout out here, thinking that Merle was better. You got Matt from Wii Sports coming in.
Yeah, who could that be?
I don't know. That's always a mystery to me. Then you got Cody chiming in saying that Wilcox and Bryce is better than Josh Allen.
Josh, he just owns both their teams, so it's okay.
It is. And Chase coming in. Bryce had 66 total touchdowns, kind of giving a nod for his guy.
Josh had, but
and Chase had a great year. Chase had a great season. Congratulations again, sir. Playoffs are hard to come by in this kind of league, and you definitely you won the division in a tough one at that with the guys you had in there, and congratulations. All right, so now we got defensive player of the year. Now, before we make this post, I want to give shout out to MKN and Rico. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for this nomination.
yeah, fuck you, Trey.
Trey, I know you may have heard of this player already. I know you've seen him already. I think you've seen him a couple times a year. But we'll go ahead and present him. Trey, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm happy for you, buddy, but congratulations, dude. It's your guy. Your guy won Defensive Player of the Year. We've been fucking around with Trey for the last couple of weeks, making him think that Fred was actually going to win this potentially. But no. This guy had a phenomenal season. Now, again, did he also win Rookie of the Year? MK?
I don't think he was a rookie.
No, he was second year, third year player.
Oh, yeah, second, third year guy. Okay, 17 games played, 16 interceptions, which is definitely hard to do, especially at that safety position. 3 touchdowns defensively, still one behind Fred. Forced 3 fumbles, 57 tackles. Again, the dude balled out, had a phenomenal year. Trey, Rams, congratulations. Any other potential nominees here, MK Rico?
I think this was unanimous. I'm not gonna
Across
lie.
the board,
Yes,
right?
it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Even for me.
The next player, I think the next player was probably prime safety Ralph Bowers. I'm pretty sure he was the next player in line. If it was going to be a DB. but it
And
was a
Ralph
DB.
is who I think won Rookie of the
He's a
Year.
rookie. Yeah, he won Rookie of the
Yeah.
Year.
So congratulations, Prime. Your guy won Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. We don't have a graphic for it. Cry to somebody else
Gladly.
besides us. But congratulations, sir.
We're doing special teams or MVP next.
Who gives a shit about special
We don't
teams
have special
first?
teams, so
No, I got the document up. I'm
Actually,
ready
you
for
know
it.
what? You know what? MK, my guy, you did it. Let's do it. Give us the specialist of special players for this season. So share your screen. I'll see it pop up. I'll share it. Go ahead and walk us through who got it. Kickoff, punt, kick return, punt return. Because I will say, before we get into this, I will say there was a little debate about the kickoff punt returner kind of situation because there was
Special teams.
Jamo, there was some guy named Enrique over in Bengals territory. So this was a conversation we had. Let me share it here. So M can kind of walk us through here: kicker, punter, kick returner, punt returner, and then warm ups.
Yep. So Eddie Chase's kicker was 100 from field goal and extra point. He made 86 for 86 extra points. I think 13 for 13 or 16 for 16. And then Fox had the most within the 20, and I think the amount of distance kicked. Jameson Williams, he had the most yards and was probably one of the most consistent returners. And then Davis, I didn't get to see his stats. I kind of went word of mouth. But I think Jamie, so the winners of the tops are here clearly. But then Enrique Harris had the most TDs, so that could be the biggest debate if there's going to be any debate for these special players, You're muted, Jorge.
I'm muted. I'm a dumbass. I'm old. I just want to say, Roy, I voted for Enrique Harris, by the way. That was my nominee.
he wasn't scared to take out some returns.
Well,
Which,
but he
Jamo
had
actually
less
balled,
returns.
took out everything.
When I looked at the grand scheme of things, I felt he was just more impactful than Jamo was. Jamo had more opportunities. Don't get me wrong,
Because he wasn't.
but I felt overall, Enrique was a bit more impactful. Chase chiming in, Pinero with the greatest kicking season ever. So congrats.
MVP stats.
MVP. You know what? It's about time we put a kicker up there.
Let's change the vote. Vote him.
Oh boy, we got the chance. We can do it live on the podcast.
I'm down.
Change the vote and make it a kicker to be our MVP or the fullback. I'm indifferent of either one.
Fuck the fullback. Fuck the fullback.
Fuck the fullback. Everyone uses a kicker in the league. No one uses a fullback.
Bullshit. I use my fullback all the time. He actually retired on me because he gets used so much. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm leaving. I just want to see on the depth chart. I'm retiring. Kyle. I don't know how to say his last name.
Juice.
Yeah, the Juice retired on me this past season. So I had to go out for the first time
Juice
in this
retired
cycle.
on life earlier this week too.
Yeah, and go get a new fullback. So
He's like 33.
yeah, he's
in
pretty.
life right now.
He's up there. He's up there. Cody, shitting on the kickers and special teams, of course, because he's not involved. All right, guys. So let's get into the topic, and it's not the MVP. How do we feel about the new Commanders? Let's pause for a second, right? Jalen. So here's my question. Again, I want you guys that are watching, I appreciate you guys still tuning in. We're 33 minutes in. I'm supposed to play Uno and retro in like 6 minutes. But obviously I'm on the podcast, so give me a break. How do we feel about the new Commanders? And before we enter the new Commanders, does this tarnish Jalen's Hall of Fame potential?
He never had potential. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. So he never
No
had
chance.
potential. Bro, I don't know about all that. The guy's made
water
2
and
Super
prime,
Bowl
Bob. Maybe
appearances.
But 2
He
bowls.
was a solid user. I mean, yeah, that's kind of rough. Kind of rough. I appreciate you. Uno's like, oh, we can just play later. It's okay. Take my time. You got it, buddy. I'm gonna be here for like 19 hours. Gordo's chiming in. He knew Jalen was done. We lost to him last year in the playoff game. He knew he was pretty much done. What do we think about Jalen leaving? Is just us, kind of time?
It's just an every year thing at this point.
All right.
Like we knew it was gonna
I
happen.
mean, the days were counting when MLB came out. The show.
It was. How do you think your boy will do, Rico?
Oh, he's gonna get slaughtered every game. But
That's what I thought
how you
you'd
get
say.
better.
All right, Cody,
Yeah.
don't leave yet. We're gonna get to it right now, my friend.
No.
All right, so let's move on to the real shit. Let's do it. I got Gordo. I got Cody just waiting. and sadly, either one of them may not even get it. That's what's even more funny.
Imagine we made
all
Cody wait
seriousness
this long,
aside,
and this guy wasn't even MVP. We were just lying to him.
Oh, he would have. He's already losing his shit.
Yeah.
It would just be worse. So, all right. So, without further ado, your 2020 what 8? What year are we in? I don't even know what year we're in anymore.
28.
I think it's 28. Your 2028 legacy MVP.
I wish,
Yes.
Gordo. I wish.
My
Pat
blank
Fryer.
screen. Boom. Oh, you guys can't see it. There he is.
Boom.
Sam Laporta.
Captain
Congratulations, Cody. Dude was a beast. 16 games played, $127. That's a lot of receptions. I mean, averaging almost at least a touchdown per game, $140 per game in receiving. The guy just balled out. I mean, flat out, no matter what you want to say, yeah, volume driven, yeah, this, yeah, that. The dude balled out. I'm going to pause. I know comments are going to go crazy here in a little bit. I know Gordo, is going to feel some type of way about this. But I will say, Ep was a person who was voting for Laporta, was saying, hey, we need to go on the Laporta train. He was a catalyst and pioneer for the Laporta MVP train. MK, Rico, any words on this?
I didn't vote for him, so I can't talk.
Right, because you wrote in Josh Allen.
Yeah. May or may not have been biased.
I think he had a really good year too, and I think his stats probably would have been a lot better if it wasn't the stat the stat cap because Cody had to stop, throwing the ball to him for a bit. But last game, playoff game, there was no stat cap, so that's why he's over. But I think it's more bad blood because Gordo had Sam Laporta, and he traded Sam Laporta because he had Pat. Now Laporta got him an MVP, and Pat's sitting on the couch. His only trophy is a conference game appearance. Okay.
All right, so let's go some of the commentary. Obviously, Cody's still chiming in. Appreciate you, sir, sticking in with the pod. I know it's past your bedtime. You got a 3 a.m., 4 a.m. wake up call. Appreciate you staying on. Gordo's chiming in saying, Freiermuth was just more consistent. How do we feel about that?
Is this the most consistent player, or is this the most valuable player of the season?
There you go. MK has spoken, Gordo. It is not a consistent award, is the most valuable award, is what the chief has spoken. Rico, I know this affects you mildly. This is your Pookie Bear that is hurt.
Oh no, I'm enjoying this. This is funny.
Right now. If it wasn't Josh, he had to pick.
And I had to vote somebody.
Pat, who would you vote for?
Do I have to pick between Pat and Laporta?
Yes. Those are the two options.
Laporta.
There you go. Pookie Bear also decides to vote with.
It feels weird when you say Pookie Bear. Don't ever do that again.
Okay. I won't do it anymore.
Thanks, Baldy.
You got it, buddy. Cody, chiming in.
I mean,
this is great. I'm just going through the comments right now, guys. This is great.
I like annoying you both, Gordo. I can't pick a side here. It's fun.
Honestly,
Cody's giving you respect here, MK. You spin facts. You talked about consistent versus more most valuable player. What does it really mean?
Yeah. I mean,
we're not talking about consistent. We're not.
Gordo, I'm not gonna lie. If I did say that, I said it to stop DMing me about it.
He would take side.
It was funny though.
I mean, I think Laporta had a great year, an amazing year for someone that had a stat cap. What, like 3 games left in the season, I think.
And he couldn't play. So he only played 16 games. So,
and for being honest, Laporta, you can even say Laporta transformed that team, helped Wilcox become the player he is. I mean, he's his go-to weapon. That's like, no.
I mean, he didn't do much for the 8-game losing streak, but
nah. We don't talk.
I love you, Cody.
No, but if you think about what individual player had the biggest impact on his team and on defenses across the board, right? That's kind of where Laporta stands out.
Eddie Pinheiro, clearly.
And Eddie. And Eddie. Oh shit, fuck it. Chase, your kicker is now the MVP.
Yep.
He is a difference maker.
I think next year we really shake it up because we didn't want to do the quarterback this year. We want tight end. I think we should go defensive player. So
no,
I'm just pick who the best
player is. Josh's stats so elite that he has to win it.
I think you look at all and kind of.
I'll break every stat cap.
There's nothing saying any position is more reward than the next. You got to look at the impact
limit,
that player had to the team and to the league for that matter. If they were terror.
Yeah.
Cool. Like he spells offense with the C. He should be disqualified from it. These damn Canadians.
One more time, Rico.
He spells offense with a C. He should not be able to win an offensive award. This is malarkey.
That is funny.
Spell color real quick.
Yeah.
But I think a couple quarterbacks probably could have won it in a certain situation. But like you usually have that quarterback with crazy high touchdowns, crazy high yards, a great completion percentage, and low interceptions. A lot of guys were in that 20 range. or they had so many more completions and attempts. They had so many more attempts. Like Young and Wilcox, they had good seasons, but their attempts were crazy to Allen. So Allen's stat line with theirs kind of evens out. But really, you look at a tight end getting record-breaking stats. That is mind blowing. You know, well,
That's
Madden, but
unicorn
for like,
stuff, man.
yeah,
Especially in a league that has a stat cap and not for nothing. We all knew who's gonna throw that bitch the ball,
yeah.
and it didn't matter. So, congratulations, Cody, on the most valuable player. So we're kind of 45 minutes into the pod. It's 10:05. I'm 5 minutes late to my retro game. Which hey,
First one.
fun fact for everybody still in the pod: I did not lose in the wild card round. I made it to the divisional.
You didn't play
Only
the wild
reason
card.
why is because I had a first round bye. So you can't lose in the wild card if you don't play in the wild card. Ooh, ooh. So with that being said, I am playing Uno here shortly. Game will go live in a bit. Which hey, Rico, who are you gonna take? Me, Uno?
Or you or
Who you got?
Uno?
Yeah.
Probably you, because fuck Uno.
Yeah. Not a good idea.
He doesn't have Mural to spam, so he probably won't win.
Dude,
I
I
if
mean, he doesn't
Sean
win with Mural.
Mural,
It's not like it matters.
if Sean Mural just had a little bit more yards, because his touches are crazy. He needs a little bit more yards, but that might
Bro,
be.
he's got like 100 touches already on the year, and it's week 3.
I just
like-
think. I think
No,
he just
Gordo.
feeds him too
Hold
much.
on. MK. Gordo, I'm talking about retro, buddy. I had to buy in retro. I play Uno in a few minutes. I'm not.
Gordo's.
I'm
His
highly
anger is
sober.
blinding him.
I'm highly sober. Yes, Prime had to buy in the main league. We talked for a minute about the retro league. Sorry, MK. You were talking about Sean Murrow's pace.
There you go. I think the amount of touches he gets, I don't know if it's like he gets the ball at 70 yards off the rip, but he has way too many touches. We start to look at touches per yard, yards per carry, he isn't that good. I mean, he's basically the Texans' receiving game and running game, and both of them running and receiving games are mid. The receiving game's a little lower than mid. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Like maybe
He was
if
also
you
hurt
win it-
for the whole year.
Yeah, I know, but still, like,
Because he wasn't getting the ball. He kept dumping off to this bum ass running back.
hey,
Mahomes
I
said,
watched
"Fuck it, I'm not playing no more. I'm leaving. Fake injury, out 37 weeks." And then he comes back and he goes, "Oh, shit hasn't changed. Broken ribs. I'm on for 8 weeks."
Yeah, fucking Kansas had like 8 sacks against fucking Trey.
Man, yeah, King's a stud, man. I was trying to get him from Gordo, but
Poor Trey.
Gordo's price was a little bit it was too steep.
We have not heard from Trey since the end of that game.
I don't think. Yeah,
Dude.
we haven't heard from Trey at all today.
he was going through it against Gordo.
Yeah, it was scary.
Maybe, hey, Chauncey for MVP if he can keep that 3.5 sacks a game average up. I don't know, man.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Next game ain't gonna do shit. He's gonna have one tackle.
He'll be back on the block.
Bad.
Yeah, he'll be back on the block. He'll be back on the block. All right, boys and girls. Well, I'm gonna go play Uno in retro. So with that being said, usually guys give you the floor. Let you guys give you your parting shouts, and we'll go from there to the next podcast. So with that being said, MK. Thanks, Gordo. Gordo is wishing that I go lose. With that being said, Rico or MK, you go first. Rico, you go second. I will close this out. Till next time. Appreciate.
I hope everyone has a great legacy season. I'll see y'all at the end of that season as a awards member, and I'm not voting for a fucking line.
Rico, you're supposed to talk now.
Fuck you, Matt.
All right. That's all you said. That's all she wrote. With that being said, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate the support of you guys. You know, we do this for the league. So I appreciate you guys tuning in to it. Jalen, happy retirement into MLB season. Surprised you made it this long. Glad that you are so here. Gordo wants me to go lose now, so I'm gonna go lose. Yep. Thank you again, bro. Wish you would have been able to join the pod. Until next time, guys. It was always a blast doing these. Tune in. We have a special game of the week in retro coming up either later tonight or tomorrow, potentially. Going to be a great one. Thank you guys again for all the support, and until next time, have a good night.